What's going on, guys? It's Easy. Welcome to my channel. Now that the embargo had lifted, let's dig out into the major update, and we are going to start off with the developer blog video. Let's go.
Happy New Year, Diablo Immortal fans.
Smart, Scott.
Happy spring, then.
I think it's still freezing in a lot of places.
Well, it sounds like the perfect time to warm yourselves up in the burning hells of Diablo Immortal. Hi, I'm Scott Burgess, lead content designer on Diablo Immortal.
And I'm John Yu, lead system designer on Immortal. We have so much information to share with you. We're going to break down our 2024 roadmap, highlighting the key features that we're excited about, and we think you will be too.
And then we're going to do a deep dive into 2.3 and what to expect in the latest patch. So let's take a closer look at the year ahead and all the upcoming content to get hyped about.
2024 will be the year of terror, with Diablo making his return to Sanctuary. So to be prepared for his arrival, there will be challenges to test your mettle and new gear that you'll need in order to prepare yourselves for the fight of your lives.
But you won't have to do it alone. There's a new challenger ready to enter the fray. Coming soon, we will be dropping our brand new class called the... Just kidding, you'll have to wait a bit longer for that one, pals. But we can't say it's unlike any other class you've seen before in the Diablo universe.
Speaking of the Diablo universe, we'll be kicking off the summer with our 2nd anniversary celebrations. There'll be a lot of events and challenges to earn that sweet, sweet loot.
So sweet. Not too sweet, but just sweet enough. Also coming later this year is the new main chapter quest. And we're excited to introduce fresh gameplay features and events.
The story continues as the Dark Lord himself grows stronger. His presence will be felt throughout this entire year, culminating in his infamous return.
As we build up to his return, there will be a series of special events in what we're calling the Age of Unmaking. The first of which kicks off with our latest update.
Diablo and his minions are clawing to get back to the world of Sanctuary. Their attempts to rip through our world have created terrorists all throughout the land, and you must delve into them to fight back the forces of hell.
You'll find the terror rifts are in the open world, and upon entering, you will discover a warped version of Sanctuary, where nothing is what it seems. These are challenging areas littered with monsters that are imbued with the increased power of demonic affixes. Dangerous threats roam the lands, and if you slay them, you will be rewarded with terror essence.
Now, when you gather enough of these terror essences, they can be consumed at an Oblivion Pillar, which will take you to a dangerous boss. But this won't just be any boss fight. The monsters waiting for you on the other end of this will be some of the hardest battles we've ever built for Diablo Immortal.
But only if you're skilled enough. If you defeat these epic bosses, you will have a chance to be rewarded with Eternal Gear.
These items can have up to 4 magical properties on them. Eternal Gear will be some of the most powerful items in the game.
Another awesome feature that will be coming in 2.3 are Hellslayer Bounties.
Now, these are rare special bounties that will take you on a quest to complete a modified Oblivion Pillar. Throughout the year, there'll be more events, challenges, and game modes that will all be a part of our special endgame system, the Age of Unmaking.
It's been a great start of the year for Diablo Immortal, and we have a whole lot more content and updates coming your way. We hope you enjoyed 2.3, and good luck getting that Eternal Gear. You're gonna need it if you want to be prepared for the war with Diablo himself.
Thank you very much for tuning in, and we'll see you in Sanctuary.
Alright, guys, that looks amazing, and finally we have the entire roadmap of Diablo Immortal for 2024, and it is called the Age of Unmaking because Diablo is making its way back, and he has the World Stone in his hand, or at least a shard of World Stone, which he can use to shape the reality, and that is why it is called the Age of Unmaking. Alright, let's dig into the first major update that we are getting after the Tongshi renewal, which is Terror Rifts, Oblivion Pillars, Eternal Equipment, which is going to be the focus point of this major update, and Decade Gain Elite Quest. Also keep in mind elite quests can be found inside West March, close to the familiar shop, and this quest can be only done once, and that's about it. And it is going to take you some years back into the young age of Decade Kane, where we will be seeing him doing some adventure, which I really don't know about. But yeah, it's about Decade Kane. That is what is coming. But the major focus here is the Terror Rift, Oblivion Pillar, Eternal Equipment. And we are getting a new class with the anniversary of Diablo Immortal, which is coming really soon in June, and also new Paragon system. If you guys are thinking what does it mean by new Paragon system, well, most likely what developers have shared with us that is the current Paragon system is outdated and it need a rework, and they are working on that. So my guess is it might going to look like the Diablo 4 Paragon system with the cube system, or maybe something similar, but the current Paragon system is going to get a rework. And then we are getting a new equipment system. What it means is, if you guys know that and been playing Diablo Immortal, then you would know that some months before we received the combat stance system, which brings 2 additional slots for the legendary items for the offhand and main hand, and with those we got the legendary slots, and after that we got 2 additional slots for set items. Those brings the normal gem slots as well, and this time we are getting again new equipment system which is going to bring more slots to Diablo Immortal, and my guess is that it is going to be a legendary gem slot. And in June, we are getting new Hellslayer bosses, new gauntlets, and when this major update is going to come out, the server Paragon level is also going to jump from 1360 to 1400. That is my guess. And with that, new game mode is coming out. We do not know what it is going to be about, so I cannot say much about it. Then Worldstone Quest Part 1 is related to Diablo and his comeback. Then dungeon updates. I have given a lot of suggestions regarding dungeons and set items, so I am really hoping that developers are going to implement some of those so it can increase and improve our quality of life with dungeons. Then new co-op modes is coming out because developers are looking to find ways so that players can group up and play different activities as well, and this is their focus for this new co-op mode. And a curse tower update, I do not know what it is going to look like there, and I haven't given any suggestion to that. But if you guys have any suggestion regarding a curse tower, now would be the right time to write those down on in the video so I can send them forward so they can put them inside the pipeline so that they can get implemented. The final update around October to December, the Worldstone Quest Part 2. This is where the Diablo is going to make his way back. New zone, that is where Diablo is making his way back. Then new Hellslayer boss, as you can see, Hellslayer boss always come after skipping one major update, and so much more. So that is the roadmap there. Alright, now let's talk about the Eternal Gear itself, because everything is evolving around it with this major update. So what we have learned from the developers that Eternal Gear is going to be one of the most powerful gear that there is, because right now, if you guys know that 3 stats gear are the strongest inside the game with 3 main attributes and 3 magic attributes, but this Eternal Gear is going to have 3 main attributes and 4 magic attributes, and each class is going to have 7 unique magic attributes specifically designed for them. And by playing the Terror Rift, Oblivion Pillars, or the Bounties itself, you are going to have a chance to get this gear. And I'm not sure what are the chances going to look like for 3 and 4 stats gear, but it is going to be quite slim in my opinion, or maybe not whenever they are going to drop. But developers did not share those unique FXs with us what those are going to be, but I have some clips to show you as well, and as well some screenshots, so let's dig into that. There are 3 locations in which we will be able to find the portal from which Diablo will be sending his minions, or you can say where he will be trying to break out from. And if you would ask me, are we going to fight Diablo in these rifts? My answer is no, Diablo is not making his way back. However, you can enter in this rift and they are time bounded. There are around 2 times in a day in which you will be able to find those randomly, and you can stay inside these rifts killing monsters, getting unique materials which you can use to interact with the Stygian pillars. Let me just show you what that looks like. And this is what it looks like inside the Tower Rift, and you can find this tower, I think called Fractured Tower, and you can collect the special material or the currency within the Tower Rift, and then you can interact with these Stygian towers, and you have to defend and stop the monsters there. Also, these monsters are going to be a lot stronger and they're going to have more effects and health. At least that is what is being said by the developers, that they are going to be really hard, and there is going to be a boss fight as well, as you can see here. And if we are lucky, then we are going to get the Eternal gear itself. So this is what the terrorist menu looks like, and we can see the rewards that we can get. Some of them are terror essence, experience, legendary items, etc. And we can stay inside Terror Rift for 13 minutes as well. And the clip that I just showed you is for the tower essence itself. They dropped from the monsters. I'm not sure if they are going to drop from the only monster from terrorists. As we can see in the menu, I think they only drop from the monsters of terrorists itself. And on the right side on the top, you can see the picture that there is a orange area on the zone in Balfen. So it is quite similar like Helltide from Diablo 4. At certain time there is always a Helltide happening in Diablo 4, and the monster type changes, it's become more harder. They drop some unique rewards as well, you can use them to open chests. Same is pretty much mechanic is here. We open the Terror Rift, go inside and fight unique monsters and interact with the Stygian Spire, get unique materials and terror essence which we need to interact with the Oblivion Pillars or do these unique bounties for the internal gear itself. And this is what the Oblivion Pillars are going to look like. These are going to have the boss fight, and it is being said by the developer this will be the hardest content that we are going to do, and it is only solo, meaning you cannot take anyone with you, and Oblivion Pillar will have the highest chance of eternal gear drops. And let me just show you what it actually looks like. So this is what the boss fight looks like in the Oblivion Pillar, and to my understanding there are going to be a ton of different bosses as well, and this is kind of a rework for the bosses that we already know, but I am glad they are bringing in a different way to make them more harder and more rewarding. Also, we are getting Hellslayer Bounties option, and in order to get these bounties, you first need 4 normal bounties, which you will be able to convert into Hellslayer Bounties, but the requirement is going to be a Terror Essence that you get from the Terror Rifts itself. Now, the only reason why they are bringing Hellslayer bounties is because some players might not be able to complete Oblivion Pillars, but still they want to give everyone a chance to get a hand on the Eternal Gear itself. So this is the second option if you are unable to complete the Oblivion Pillar itself. And this is what the Hellslayer Bounties kinda looks like. We got this clip from the developers to showcase, so I can't really tell if they are any stronger or not. And that is all for the video. That is all what was being shown to us in the presentation. And yes, there are going to be maybe new pets coming out, new legendary gems are also going to be on the way, among other things as well. Battleground changes, class nerfs or buffs as well. And no, there is no going to be an increased cap of legendary gear right now. It is coming out later on maybe, but for now it is not coming out, and developer have a lot of plans for the internal gear later on with the major updates, or at least that what it looks like. But anyways, this is it for the video, and I'll see you guys in my next one, and I will be sharing a lot more stuff with you guys. But anyways, take care, have fun, and bye guys.